The sun is beginning to set, and you have just finished battle with a trio of bugbears and wargs. Observing, you notice the suspicious Saruki watching, not lending a hand.
What Wick and Atlas do?
What?
I'm just
Wick and
gonna...
Atlas noticed.
I'm probably very bloody and very upset, and I just throw my hands up and just go, "What the fuck, dude?"
He takes a
and Glenn
breath.
is gonna... Oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Glenn's gonna check the bodies of the bugbears.
All right. Glenn finds 68 copper pieces, 42 silver pieces, and 55 gold pieces. They have been looting. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't ready to write.
Wick is bloody and angry and just kind of like coming down from the rage and just kind of like probably blowing himself like off because he's probably got like fire on like the tips of his fingers and just kind of like waving his hands going, "Stop it, quit it."
The man takes a deep breath. He seems to be struggling with himself, not quite sure how to proceed. Finally, he comes to a decision. He says, so, his head kind of tilting towards the bodies. You've noticed things aren't quite right. Yes?
Dude, fuck off!
This isn't what festivals are like. You tell us.
Atlas rolls his eyes.
We yelled out for help,
Yes.
and you're just watching.
Well, there's reasons for that.
I don't know if we care.
Well, he says...
To know what those reasons are.
He says, I didn't know whether or not I could trust you.
Well, how do you feel about that now?
I don't care how he feels about it now. He can fuck off. If somebody shouts for help and they're getting attacked and it's obvious that they're getting attacked, the least you can do is try and either break it up or pick a fucking side.
Says, I understand that you're upset. But my job here is not strictly to help people who need help. My job is to monitor a situation and not expose who I am, unless it is absolutely necessary. Seeing that you are capable of taking care of yourself and capable as possible allies, I was thinking perhaps we could work together. If you don't want my help, fine. But when they come for you, as they have come for others, you might actually want to know who your friends are amongst those of us on the hill.
How do we know we can trust you then?
Yeah.
Well,
You're the one speaking in cryptic riddles.
That's an excellent question. I'm not sure how much you know about what's going on around here, but I'm sure you've noticed that there seems to be an awful lot of fire going on, yes?
Mm-hmm.
No
There
shit.
is a cult. They are
He knows about
using
the cult
this.
shut.
Which cult?
That's an excellent question. They are using this as a recruitment drive. Now, if you'll take a look around the camp, you'll notice that there's more than these guys' stuff around here. If you look carefully enough, this camp was used before they were here. What happened to those people? I don't know. But I do know that whoever goes up there, whoever's called upon to go up that hill, doesn't come back.
Can I roll a perception or like an insight to see if he's telling us the truth and also cast guidance on myself?
Yep.
I'm just gonna have Wick say, I need to cool off, and he's probably just gonna go and start like cleaning up around the campsite because he's a little heated, and he knows he's a little heated, and he knows that his attitude
August
is
is
not gonna get them anywhere good.
gonna start dragging some of the bodies away from the fire.
What did you want me to roll specifically? Sorry.
Insight.
Insight. Thank you.
Yep.
14.
14. He's definitely not telling you the whole story about the reason why he's involved, but he's not lying about the whole cult thing, and he's being very forthright about that. It's only himself that he's guarding.
Okay. No.
The fact is, I have come to suspect that some of these camps aren't druid camps. They're cult camps used to keep an eye on us. Now, full disclosure, I think we're a little over our heads, so to speak. We're in a bit deeper than I'm personally comfortable with. So the only way we're going to make it through, what with them straight up murdering anyone that appears to fail whatever criterion they're looking for, I think it would be fine if we found out who our allies were and then tried to deal with the problem. Now, if you don't want my help, I can understand that. I will go on my way, and I'm willing to face my boss and say that I failed to do here what I did. At least I'll be alive.
Do you have any idea about what's the plan for the recruitment is? Are these people in danger?
Well, I think we're all in danger. And I think that if we don't have a bearings on who is who, I don't think we want to find out if we're in direct danger or not. I don't know. The camp that I'm with aren't cultists. I can tell you that much. But they're very sympathetic to
sympathetic to the cults.
To the Scarlet Moon circle. I've had trouble convincing them to be a bit more suspicious. And I don't think it's necessarily their fault. I think they've been terribly misinformed. But to be fair, I have not been forthright with them about my own stake. I was sent here to keep an eye on this and see what was going on.
Who sent you here?
I am not at liberty to say.
Shocker.
I,
So,
I, I think you can forgive me keeping a few things to myself here. It's not important who I am serving. We have a destructive fire cult on our shoulders. My boss is the least important part of this equation.
so were you aware of these bugbears being a threat before we came across them?
Well, I mean, they're bugbears, so
Were you aware
yeah.
of their presence is what I'm asking.
I knew there was a group here. I didn't know that they were necessarily bugbears, and I didn't know necessarily that they would attack anybody, and I didn't necessarily know that you would be able to best them.
A lot of necessary. So do you have suspicions of who might be loyal or cultist already
Well, I've been
at
mostly
these
keeping
different
in.
camps?
I haven't been able to spend a lot of time outside my own camp, and as you've discovered, that could actually be dangerous. But what I've been watching is how there is a turnover of certain camps. And it is that turnover that has led me to believe that people are going missing. Because they're not going down the hill and leaving the festival, they're going up the hill and not coming back. And it and I've noticed at my own bonfire that there are the remains of previous occupants, which is suspicious when you consider the fact that the rite is supposed to be tomorrow. Why would people leave the festival before the thing that they came to the festival to do?
Mm.
Can I investigate the area to see if we see any signs of past campsites to
Sure,
see if we're on the trip?
sure.
What
Can I
would you
assist
like
her?
me to? Yeah.
That would be investigation, and yeah, you can help.
And can I
Uh,
still have my guidance?
yeah, you can have your guidance, and because you're being helped, that is with advantage.
Yeah. Mm, 23.
23. It takes you a little bit to really kind of figure out and get your bearings, but you do notice, kind of buried in the dirt, a couple druid fetishes, um, here and there. Um, you notice that there is a stick which just looks suspiciously like a staff that's been kind of propped under one of the sleeping rolls that the bugbears were using. Now, whether the bugbears took over from someone or whether they were there and left, you're not quite sure, but you can see that the bugbears are definitely not the first occupants of this site.
Okay. Has Wick and August been hearing any of this?
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I just assisted you, so
Oh, right. Sorry. I
I
thought you
didn't go
walked away.
far. He was kind of pulling some bodies over to the side, but then
Oh, sorry.
kind of not going far.
Gotcha.
Well, Saruki,
I don't I don't think Wick would have paid attention too much because he's trying to calm down and he's also probably like muttering like calming mantras to himself and just sort of like doing that very jockey zen thing where they're kind of like working out, but mostly it's just heavy lifting.
Burn it off. Burn it off.
Glenn looks at Sakuri. Is that how you say it?
Saruki,
Saruki.
And says, "Would you mind us discussing for a moment our options?"
feel free. I'm not leaving anywhere. He says, "You know where to find me," and he walks back towards his camp.
What do you guys think we should do here?
Well,
I'd like to staunch the bleeding and
yeah.
no longer have warg bite marks in me. That's my largest concern right now is all of us being worse for wear. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about joining him or whatever, but I think we just need to go ahead and kind of nurse our wounds a little.
I was 2 seconds away from just trying to kill the motherfucker because he was annoying me. But yeah. Our priority should be on recovering and then deciding what we want to do with his information.
Maybe we can think
So
on
long
it
as
while
we're
we
not being, yeah,
take a seat.
as long as we're not being approached and people aren't being stolen away
So, short rest?
at this very moment.
What was
Short
that?
rest.
Okay.
Should someone let him know that we're having a rest first, so he doesn't think that we're piecing out on him?
I don't think he's gonna.
I'll take.
He said come find him
Oh.
when we're ready. When we're ready. So.
Fair enough.
All right, sorry. I just wanted to make sure.
Can I roll some of my hit die to heal my ass up?
What was that?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if that's on my end or yours.
It might be on mine.
Definitely still breaking up here. Yeah.
Am I still breaking up?
No, you sound fine to me.
Well, I was gonna ask. Can
This
I
one's
roll
better.
some of my hit die?
Yeah, it's a short rest. Of course you can.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 2 because I am at 11.
Short.
And that's.
Okay, hang on a second. It's been a long time since I've done a short rest.
Do I add anything to that?
You add your Constitution modifier to each die.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll both of them at once.
So for me, it would be a D8 plus 2. Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I need to get my calculator because I'm dumb.
I think I'm just gonna do one of my hit dice. So it's 1d10 plus 2.
Ooh, an 8.
Oh, it's gonna roll it for me and very slowly. Oh, that sucks.
Alright, that gets me back.
Oh, this is painful. How slow this is rolling. Hang on a second. I don't know why I decided to do it this way. Oh my god.
Cool. I am up to a whopping 26.
I got 5 plus 2, so which I mean
I'm
gets me
confused.
close. 7.
Where are you at, Sir August?
Hang on a second. That was so painful. Did it take it?
We choose the hit die.
No, I'm just gonna add it myself.
Yeah.
7.
Do we not get that at another time?
1, 2.
No, it's you have up to 3 hit dice, which is a resource you can spend. So
I'm up to
Okay.
I'm up to full.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So
30.
if we use all 3, we can't use those again during a short rest until we take a long rest.
well, when you take a long rest, you get half of them back rounded down. So you would get 1 back with a long rest. So, but what they are, they're basically a resource that you use through the day. Yeah.
Okay.
What I recommend, because you do not have to announce all of them right away, is I'd say, all right, roll the first one, and if that's enough, you're good, and if not, roll the second. Only spend what you have to, and you can see each roll before you can decide to spend the next one.
I do still
get
have
my-
3 potions as well. We got some juice.
Okay. I got a 7 with my 1, so I'm back up to full, and then I get my second win and action search back as long as we finish this roast.
Yeah.
I don't think I get any rages back during short rests.
I'm so confused.
No.
Yeah, no. So I only have 1 rage left for the day.
Conserve your rage.
I mean, I tried.
Take your time, Glencora.
I tried last campaign. I wasn't gonna do it.
It was a trap.
It
It's
was
a trap. But he did give you inspiration for
Yeah.
the.
It was still funny though. I was like, I won't do it. No, don't do it. All right.
He was trying so hard to hit you. I've never seen any him try so hard.
I was
I
encouraging it.
tried.
I was encouraging it. I was like advantaged. Like, fuck. Hit me.
Did
They-
you get
they
your
just-
hit dice, Atlas?
Huh?
Did you get your hit dice?
I don't understand.
Are you
Did
using any
use
of your
the
hit dice?
Yeah, I just have no idea what I just did. I rolled 2. Each of them was 5 plus 2 was 7. So I should
Mhm.
be healed up to max. So
And max
12
you
plus
used
7 was
22?
19. And then plus another 7. Yeah, I'd be at 22.
That sounds about right, yeah?
Okay.
Though if you're at 19, spending a hit die to get yourself up to 22 might not be the best use of that resources if you're expecting to take another short rest.
Well,
So, but it's up to you. I'm just saying.
I'd rather have
I'll
him
stay at
up to
19.
Okay.
I'll say 19.
Yeah.
19?
I was gonna say I'd rather know that he's fully healed.
Yeah,
I'd
but
want to stick at 19 if it were Meezy's.
Okay.
it's just
To each their own.
3 hit points for a full die, right? That's
3 hit points for a very vulnerable wizard or warlock. Wait, what are you? Sorcerer. Fuck.
Sorcerer. I'm a very squishy sorcerer.
I went through all of them.
There's only so many
True.
classes. You'll get there eventually.
don't worry. The real plan is to do exactly 20 points of damage to the sorcerer for maximum irony. Now I'm just gonna have to do 23 points, but it's gonna feel a
Strength
little
of the
less.
grave.
Yeah.
And what's its AC?
Yeah. Yeah, you still have strength of the grave. You're fine.
That's what I was like. I have strength of the grave. I still have, I still have false life I can cast. So
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
he'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
He likes
you're-
to get a few more scars.
Makes him look edgy.
You... All right, so you take your rest. No one gets murdered,
While we're
Thank God.
resting, I think we could talk.
of course.
I think Wick's just gonna chime in with, as much as we don't trust the guy, I know that when I approached that situation, I was very hot. I was very heated, so I probably did not cast us in the best light. I feel like he has good intentions. He's just been here long enough that he doesn't know how to be approachable. And also, we just came out of a fight, so all of us were kind of heated and aggravated, so I feel like that might not have been in our favor either. But I feel like if he's being honest, which I kind of think he might be a good ally, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I was feeling the heat too. But, I mean, he knew about the cult shit. And we know that there's cult shit going on.
I mean,
So-
would we think that we'd do it and like we'd be going to the top anyway, or is it better like if we're going there anyway? Is it better to gamble on a possible ally? You know what I mean? Versus trying to do it alone.
I mean, if he turns on us, we just turn back on him, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's the
I
harm
can
in
be on
another?
monitoring and
We know
kill him
that
if we need to.
Atlas will Atlas will do the dirty work if if need be. I mean, I guess someone who might know what they're talking about. He might. Okay. I say we know about cult shit, but we definitely have our noses to the ground for cult shit. But we don't really know what's going on. I feel like he might have a better idea of what's going on. He says that we definitely don't understand what's going on.
See,
I mean, we went through every single camp and got nowhere until these bugbears decided to take a piece out of us. So Well, I don't trust him as far as we can throw him.
And I could probably throw him
He
pretty
has
fucking
more
far.
information. Yeah.
See, my thing
We
I
is,
probably need
agree.
somebody.
while I think he's a good ally, and I think he would be useful for us in this endeavor, I think where he's coming from and where we're coming from are two completely different places. I think he thinks that we don't know anything and that we just kind of stumbled upon this, while we think he doesn't know anything and that he just stumbled upon this.
That can be solved.
Yeah, I also kind of think he's like got a stick shoved so far up his ass that he makes Atlas look like a fucking clown. No offense.
No,
But
I agree.
yeah, he's
Well, I guess it's sort of, if you want to work with someone difficult, then try and do something, or we walk away, or we do it on our own.
I mean,
Fair.
help us help.
Yeah.
And if it comes back to bite us, I will do my best to take responsibility.
I will go ahead and stick. I will
I
go
mean, I
ahead and
did
shove
get the
that
vibe
stick
that
far
some of
enough
those
up his
things,
brain.
Fair enough.
I think, I think it's fair to assume that he was correct in saying that some of those camps are not druids.
I mean,
Yeah,
we know
I mean,
some of them aren't.
they told us
Well,
that they weren't like
Yeah.
that
parts of
wasn't
the story is true.
yeah that
And that's
wasn't
what
like a
they
But
big
told us.
he's saying
secret.
not
Like
druid, but cult.
it was so weird though the way he
We
said it.
missed
It was like, ooh, this is a big secret you haven't figured out. No, dude, we fucking have ears and eyes.
But we didn't determine that they were cultists.
We
Obviously, some of them aren't druids, but
had our
we can't.
suspicions with
None
the
of us
cult
are
wine
pinning.
though. Like,
Oh yeah, we did, but so far we don't know for certain which camps have cultists among them, other than the
Yeah.
cult wine people.
I'm gonna
And
be
honestly, we don't know that the cult wine people are the ones selling it. Didn't they get it from someone?
Received it from somebody
Received
else.
it.
I'm gonna be really
So-
upset if the hippies with the good kush are the cultists.
Right?
I'm gonna be so mad.
A totally different character would have definitely just partied with them.
100%.
Well, they did have some elk with them, so it makes sense that at least someone there was a druid.
Yeah. And those one with the ones with the cult wine, like I mean, they have the bear. Granted, it's chained, but
that
they
bear
did
was
say
chained
that.
off. If they
They
were
did
druids,
say that
they
that
wouldn't
was
have
for
chained.
other people's safety. Granted, that could be a lie. I don't know. I'm just suspicious of everyone. Fuck.
So you know the two humans,
Yeah.
I'm
the
much
cranky
more
ones?
suspicious of
The bears.
their rangers.
Yeah, the bears. I don't think they're cultists. I think they just came here because they thought it was going to be fun and a party, and they're disappointed, but they can't leave because they don't want to feel awkward. That, or they are hired hands.
Mhm.
Mm.
Badly acting hired hands.
Well, I think I trust us enough to be able to handle ourselves if we are double crossed. I think we should
Yes.
accept his help.
I think so too.
Agreed.
Something.
Who's going to be the face to go and break the news to our new possible, cannon fodder?
Not I. I
uh,
still want to stab him.
Oh, nose goes, and Wick puts his finger in his
maybe
nose.
Glencora. You've been awfully. You were the one talking to him the most.
Yeah, Glenn has been our
That's
face
because
really
the
well.
rest of you are about to punch him.
I can
I
go
mean,
with
we're
you.
your backup. We literally did say when we met him that we are here to support you as a druid.
Like if
Yeah,
he
I can
starts
go talk to
anything,
him.
if he gets fresh with you, I will get fresh with him and like clock him.
I mean, we'll be right behind you. We're just your.
I'm not worried.
Neither am I, because
Yeah,
I'll fucking deck him.
We're just your fists.
I've got some fists of my own. You should know
You know
that
what?
by now.
You know what? I do know that. That's fine.
Alright, if they finish their rest successfully, then I suppose she will go and find Saruki.
All
How
right.
long is a short rest? Is it 6 or 4 hours?
1 hour.
You can choose.
1 hour.
1
Actually,
hour.
1 hour. Damn.
Yeah, it's just an hour.
Okay.
All right. You You return to Saruki, and he nods. He says, "So, are we allies or nah?"
My friends aren't quite sure if we know we can trust you, but we think it's probably for the best that we team up and try to figure out what's going on here.
Well, you can assure them that I can do basic math, and I can see there's 4 of you, and that's 4 times as many as there are as me. Um, so the thought of me betraying you would be suicidal.
She kind of nods and casts or uses produce flame just to like put some little sparky sparks on her fingers and says, "It would be unwise to turn on us."
He raises his eyebrow a bit, and he says, "Though your days of me being convinced you're not a fire cultist are suddenly waning."
I mean, you saw us battle, but
Oh,
I'm a druid, not a fire cultist.
that's what the fire cultists are saying too.
Listen, I didn't know I could set myself on fire until, like, what, a week ago?
I mean, yeah, same for me. Like 20 minutes ago or an
Yeah.
hour ago.
Considering cultists have tried to kill us already, I really don't think we are cultists.
And then she like snuffs her produce flames, and from her hand instead buzzes out some butterflies to
Oh,
indicate that she does not only have fire spells. And she just kind of like looks at them and say, "We good?"
all right, all right, all right. And as a bit of his own disclosure, he snaps his fingers.
sorry, hold on.
It's okay.
I hear the daughter screaming.
I'm so sorry.
Papa, do you want Papa? No, just hot tea.
I'm so sorry. There's no way for me to cut that out either. Can you recap the last, like, minute?
People flexing
Okay,
their
sorry.
spells.
Sorry. My mom walked in and she accidentally let the cat in when she did, and she
George just had a fit.
she just started screaming.
We heard.
George just kept saying hello.
Yeah.
I want to play.
She said T-R-E-A-T, T-R-E-A-T.
Yeah. She had some yesterday though, so she can't have another one. Whew, okay, sorry. I was trying really hard not to
So-
laugh.
So Saruki snaps his fingers, and you can see that there's a little bit of a wind above his hand, and then he flies his hand out to the fire where the bugbears were, and you see suddenly a circle of frost go over the fire and extinguish it.
Oi, fuckhead, I fucking took me 10 minutes to get that thing that big.
Fancy hands.
I apologize, but seeing as we're showing each other our not fire related stuff, I'm not a druid. And I'm not a fire cultist. And I have a little bit of talent, as you can see.
Glenn kind of nods and reaches her hand out to like offer him a handshake in agreement.
He takes it tentatively and shakes it.
Isn't even warm. And she
Well,
kind of
neither.
looks back at the boys and kind of does a "we good" face.
I guess.
Sure.
As long as you're good to Glen, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So what's our plan now then? We investigate the camp?
Well, if I don't have a way of identifying druids other than asking a druid. So I suppose I would. Part of why I'm reaching out to you is so that I can rely on your expertise.
Well, even if we like identify druids, aren't there still like wildfire druids?
Also, it was an
I
open invitation, like, spread out throughout several cities. Just because
right.
somebody's not a druid doesn't mean they didn't come because they heard it's a music festival.
Well, I understand that, but
Like,
I'm not talking about the obviously not druids, the people that are not presenting themselves as druids. As someone who was up until now pretending to be a druid, that's a different thing than someone not pretending to be a druid.
see, why didn't you just come here being like, hey, heard there was a music festival? Your cover idea? Like, dude, did you not go to school? This is some basic level, like, fucking first year shit.
And when your marching orders are to investigate a fire cult and some strange going ons that they're obviously doing, coming in with some sort of cover and friends is a good idea. And when your friends are druids, and he shrugs his shoulder as if to say, the cover story is kind of obvious. He's just like,
I don't know, dude.
Fair, I guess.
It seems kind of like fucking stretching it to me.
I suppose, but you can't exactly criticize me for not coming alone, seeing as, well,
Well, you didn't
I
have to
mean,
come
you
alone.
didn't either.
Granted, we're kind of going off by what he told us. After the battle, when we met him before the battle, he literally did said he was there to support his friends, just like us.
I mean, yeah, but then he just told us just now that he was pretending to be a druid. So, like,
Eh.
Well, up until about now, I didn't know that if you were trustworthy or not. You have to look at things from my point of view. What evidence did I have that you weren't fire cultists?
I don't
Oh,
know.
look, a bunch of random
The fact that we literally
individuals.
showed up out of nowhere and instead of like being all creepy and shit, we're open and happy and just shaking people's hands and I don't know, being jovial with the obvious out of town flair and not like, we're druids here for this very specific rite. We didn't fucking know what this was. We heard it was a music festival, dude. Like, there are
You're right, friend.
some fucking social cues that I think you need to go back to school for. Like, I know you're like some kind of cool hotshot and shit, but like, are you? You know,
Glen's just kind of like watching and rubbing her forehead, like,
I
oh
just
You
want
god.
could see
I just want you guys to
you
know that Wick is literally just like razzing the shit out of this dude on purpose.
you, you could see as your sarcasm hits him, he kind of quirks a smile a little bit and he says, "Ah, yes, I completely forgot. Charismatically greeting people is completely opposite to what recruiters want to do. Heaven forbid I should be mistaken the difference between someone charismatically trying to bring someone into a group and
Dude,
recruiters.
dude,
Wow."
you have never been to school and Wick's gonna like reach up and like tap his bones pin.
Let me guess. Let me just guess. Your experience with cults is frat nights, yes? Yes?
Fuck, I only wish.
All right, if we're all done making friends, how about we figure out what our next step is?
Well, if you need a druid, I guess we can't split up. We have to stick together. So do we just go by each camp?
We kind of
Yeah.
just did
Yeah.
earlier. I mean, we could go
Alright,
back
yeah.
around without the cart and without Clippy Cloppy, and we could just like do a, hey, going around. Maybe we're eating food and we're offering food to other people because I know that was a thing, and we can just kind of be like, hey, do you want to partake in some of what we've got, and then we'll take some of what they have, but not actually eat it. You know, just kind of get a feel like we
Yeah.
are who we are, which is just people, music festival, and keep that vibe going. And we could just go chill like that, and then you can come along, and we just be like, we met this dude, and he decided to walk with us.
Before they set out anywhere, Glenn's gonna call her Owl Wild Companion just as a sort of indicator as to her being a druid, and maybe hoping to give their group a little more credibility.
He rubs his chin. Well, that's a little bit more convincing, I guess. I wouldn't necessarily be interrogating the other camp on the other side of us.
Well, I don't mean like
They're-
interrogate.
What is that?
I mean like mingle.
Well, they're not acting like druids, is what I'm trying to say. They're not portending to be druids, so inquiring as to whether the not druids are faking not being druids is kind of a silly point.
Is that the bears?
Yeah, I was about to say the bears literally said they
bears.
were not human.
Yeah.
They said we're not druids, so
Druids.
they're not druids. So asking them
My
if they're
brain keeps
druids.
saying, what if they're actually bears? Like, not gay bears, bears.
Lord Barrington, this offense.
Okay, you introduced them as two hairy humans, and my brain went, they're fucking real bears.
Is there any camps that we, other than the one he said, that we think that it's safe to rule out?
Well, the other four camps were presenting as druids.
Well, there was the one.
The ranger types, the red
that are
armored half elf women.
rangers.
That pixie shit who's like super fucking high.
Mm-hmm. They'd be worth checking
She should be
out.
suspicious. Yeah.
So it's the pixies, the stoners, the
Cult wine dude with the bear.
cult wine dudes, and then we're gonna leave alone the one that Saruki came from, and then we are at the bugbears. So there are only 5?
I think it was
Leave
6.
alone the human Harrys.
There's a total of 7 camps.
Oh, 7? Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know why I had in my head 5.
Well, I wrote down 5 more bonfires after we visited, I guess, too.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Maybe that's how I confused myself.
Like-
Gotcha.
out of character, to be fair, Drake occasionally did say, not all of them are, full, so, just find one that's empty, so we don't fucking know how many people are here.
Okay.
I didn't write down how many people were at every one. Some of them did.
No, I didn't write all that down.
I wrote
That didn't
4
combine.
4 robed humans at the first one with the elks. I wrote down 2 human men in robes with the wine. And then I wrote down 2 rugged hairy humans at the bears. I didn't get the west ones with the rangers because I had to use the bathroom at that point. So I didn't see how many people there was that one.
One of
At
them
the
was
small
wearing...
fire, I think it was just the elf woman and then the 2 sprites. And then I didn't hear how many people were with Saruki.
The rangers, one of the ladies had on, like, a red robe.
Yeah, I think I wrote down that actually.
What?
I said, yeah, half
wrote
elven woman in red robes.
Red armor?
Okay,
Okay.
so I feel like we don't need to check out Saruki's. We don't need to check out the bugbear, obviously, because that's where we are. Saruki doesn't feel like the rangers are important. I don't know if it's trustworthy, but my gut says the stoners are safe because of those white elks. I don't think that a non-druid would realistically be able to have 2 non-contained white elk in the middle of a bonfire.
Yeah, without.
Maybe you should talk
having
to the
some
bear.
I didn't prepare because I have my
Oh.
owl
Yeah.
companion, so I don't
Gotcha.
prepare speak with animals because I can already kind of do that. But
Oh.
I can certainly like get a vibe of him.
I mean, we did
Um,
get a vibe before, and the
We
vibe
did get
was
the
that
vibe.
he
I got
didn't
a vibe
mind.
that the bear was unhappy, so I would
Oh,
say
yeah,
they're worth
that's right. He
looking
was
at.
not happy,
The
but he
cult
wasn't
one,
trying to
he
get
was
away.
unhappy that he was tied up or whatever. Like he didn't
Mhm.
seem like a chill druid bear that was like happy to
I
be
feel
part of
like
it.
I feel like he said, okay, this is just me, and I'm not a druid, so you correct me, but I know he says that it's for their safety. Like he said it was for the safety of others. But if they were really druids, wouldn't they be able to contain a bear?
I would feel that, especially if I were a druid, I would know what kind of animal I could contain
Fair.
Yeah.
to what I would bring.
So
If
it
I
seems
couldn't
kind
contain a
of
bear, I
just. But
wouldn't
then, like, I
bring the
feel
bear
like,
to a party.
yeah,
But that could just be
So
me.
I
weird thing that they have a bear in the first place. I
I
don't
am
know.
of the
I think
personal
the bear is
the
a
opinion.
cover.
idea of freeing the bear and see what happens.
I
I think
am
them bringing a bear chained is a cover to make them look like druids.
I am of the personal opinion that the bear is totally fine.
And I also think that too. So, I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I guess I'm suspicious of everything, and then I'm also not suspicious of things. I don't know. It's weird.
Listen, we came out
Free
of a
the bear, see
very
if they can talk to it.
yeah, we have a very paranoid situation going on because of stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying that those four would be my first picks of campfires to go to. The
And
stoners,
then,
the cult
I mean,
whiners, the bears, and the elf woman. If we're
and
going.
then
That's
the not bear bears, the two
yeah.
guys, they literally told us they weren't druids. So I don't know if something about that like
You feel not
doesn't.
I think they might
They
be
were kind
hired
of
help.
open, huh?
mm-hmm.
I think they might be hired help. If they
Oh,
are, on a list of things that might be like because they don't seem happy to be here. And if you're gonna come to a music festival and not be happy, why are you here? Just leave.
hmm. They didn't know. They didn't really seem to enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
But then also, I don't know.
I
Kind of seemed
mean, I
like they
can
could be
just go
friends
up
too.
to them and try to talk druidic, or druidic. How do you say that?
Druidic?
Druidic, and if they can answer, that's gonna. I mean, someone could learn a language, but that's not going, or that's gonna narrow things down pretty fast.
I think I'm surprised to know that Druidic is a language.
That was on the sign walking in.
Oh, I couldn't read that. Well, I mean, yeah, that might be a good tell. Just kind of go up to some people and offer them some food in Druidic.
Mhm. It feels like it's whatever I'm saying is wrong.
I don't fucking know. You know more than I do.
I mean, we did just get the shit kicked out of us, so you not thinking something that sounds like it should fit in your mouth doesn't. I mean, you got bit by a giant dog, so.
I don't know. Whatever you guys think.
All right. So should we start with creepy elf woman with the
I honestly think
pixies or the bear?
we should leave
Well,
the
we have to walk through the hairy peoples to get to the fairy lady, right?
I think the fairy lady is fine. I think she's just a really chill hippie who happens to have pixie friends who is also just kind of,
I feel like
vibing.
pixies like vibe with druids? I feel like fey creatures would get along best with druids over any other
I
person.
mean, they could, but I don't know if I have anything that rules them out specifically.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
that's also true.
I mean, watch me have put my foot in my mouth by saying that I think she's chill.
I mean,
Worth chatting to people.
well,
What if
let's
she is a druid and a cultist? I mean, she has fire pixies.
But Saruki was saying that he was more worried about the people who were pretending to be druids. So maybe just to try and suss that out first is worth.
I guess
Fair.
start with the bear people, not the bears, but the bear person people.
Okay, how about
The
this? We've
cult
got
wine bear owners.
yeah, yeah.
And people, bear
Yeah.
people.
We've got the bears, and then we've got the wine people. That way we can differentiate.
Yeah.
You
I
do
I
have to,
noted them.
We started calling
I
them the
noted
bears
them
in
as
the first
berry
place.
humans.
yeah, to get
Berry
to the
humans.
to get to the wine bear
You have to go
people,
back through all the camps.
yeah, you do have to go through the elk hippie camp.
Oh, we do.
And yeah, and the bear pair, they're kind of central. Think of
Yeah,
it
you
kind
have
of
to
like
pass by
three
them.
spokes that are coming from the center, and then the center is the bear pair, and then
Okay. Well, then whoever. I don't care who we start with. I'm following y'all.
I think
Same.
we just follow the path, skipping the Saruki's group and the Rangers,
Okay.
because those ones, at least I don't think are first choice.
Okay.
Unless anyone else has any strong opinion, of course.
Yeah, so we skip those two, and whoever we come to first after that.
Works for me. Do you have any of those breakfast scones still?
Oh, you
What?
know it. I 100% do. And Wick's gonna pull out like a little like rolled up like kind of like a picnic basket, but it's like a picnic roll. It's full of those.
Oh yay. Can Glenn do some sort of like area check if they have like a little basket with the scones and look for some like little edible like lettuces and fruits just to put in it to make it look like a druid is offering it and it looks kind of pretty?
so you're looking for kind of like food.
Like edible berries or like dandelions, because you know you can eat the lettuce of like the leaves of those just to like put in, you know, make it a serving.
All right, make me a survival check.
She just wants to fancy it up a little. I'm gonna roll guidance on that.
Actually, no, never mind. You've got your trait from your background.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yay!
You don't have to roll for it. That's like
Alright.
that's your background. You can go knock yourself out.
She's gonna plate it. So it looks pretty.
Speaking of on this map, which camp are we?
You're at
Four-
the camp
7?
HC7. Yeah,
Okay.
camp 7.
So 6 is Saruki.
Yep.
3 is the Bears. 4 is the Rangers. 5 is the Fairy.
Yep.
1 is the Cult Wine. 2 is the Druggies.
You
Or
got
the
it.
other way. Okay. Thank you.
Wait, what?
Someone write that down
Hmm.
eventually,
Down?
because I'm
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
gonna
so-
go through and on my last page of notes, just put a number by everybody. Okay, so which one was the hippies with the elk?
Hippies are 2.
2.
No, hippies are
Nope.
1.
One.
Yeah, we meet them first, and then we went up to the bear people. The
Yeah.
Okay.
bear
On the north
owners.
side of the hill, and then
So the
up the
Cult
hill
Wine
to
are
the
2.
Okay. The bear, the bears,
The
the bear
hairy
pair
men
are
are
3.
3.
Sorry, what one
to the
was
west.
the wine?
The Cult Wine are 2.
2.
2. Okay, and
The
then the
Rangers
Rangers 4.
are The Fairy or the Elf and the Pixies are 5.
5,
Saruki is 6.
6, and the
And the
bugs.
Bugbears is 7.
Okay. Thank you.
No problemo.
So
My brain isn't as bad as I think it is.
Pixie Elves was 5, and then Suruki was 6.
well, why don't we start with like? Can we cross? Do we have to go by the path, or can we go on to the like?
I think it's kind of mountainous.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. It's on a hill, so it's a little bit.
all right. I was about to say we just cut over to 2, but
Yeah, well,
It's
you
gonna
can
possibly
try to
sneak
go
in.
down to 2, like directly down.
yeah, that's fine. We'll go by
Sliding
that.
on our butts. Hey guys, we're here. Where's the wine?
Bishop, stop.
5 is the pixies. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I kind of see the hill going.
before
All right. Well,
before we leave, I'm gonna make sure that Clippy Cloppy has like a nice chill place to kind of like relax, and that like, you know, got food, got set up, everything's good.
Sounds good.
looking at this now, I kind of see why the bugbears attacked us. We really weren't going anywhere.
Well, and Wick
we're-
drove right through their campsite.
Yeah, we were
We're
going
just-
straight through the
My notes
We're just-
literally say, let me find this here.
And we were coming. We're just passing through.
Apparently, Wick is traveling through their camps. One cloaked person is
We
moving
were
their hand toward a slope.
okay. Look, I think I had the
We have
same
a note.
visual map
Apparently, Wick is
Sona did in
traveling
his
through their
head.
camps.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
I think
we all
both.
thought there was more beyond them.
Yeah, I think both Amber and I thought that like the way that it was passed out, everything was
It
in
was
like a
field
circle.
that we were going back to somewhere else. Yes.
Yeah, so like
my-
this was on Drake for not like telling us what the fuck we were
We
looking
got
at
the map.
properly.
You could have
I
shown
knew
us
what was
the map
happening. and I
before.
was cringing.
Yeah.
I told you there were 7 campfires, and
Yeah,
it was
but
the
we
7th
thought
campfire.
maybe
Yeah.
we were just gonna go past them.
And not just
I
that, like just
understood.
you described it as like a circle.
I distinctly remember mentioning there wasn't a path past it. It was just
Well,
like,
you know what, Sona? That's just on us for having this weird mental
Apparently,
image of the area.
We just
Because
weren't.
when you said you were going straight through, I remembered being like, oh, fuck, we're fucked.
I definitely thought that there was more beyond them too.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
no,
cool,
see
cool.
majority rules. Fuck you, Drake.
I'm here.
You didn't set it the right imagery.
you
DM.
you had a map and you didn't give it to us.
there are reasons. I don't just give you the maps with all the locations on them.
I wasn't listening. I was thinking of something else.
Okay, but that was me all last week. To be fair.
Fair.
That was Wick just driving straight through.
Well, because that's what, like, the way it was set up, like, I didn't know if we were gonna keep, if there were more, because he
Yeah,
was like, there
so,
are
okay.
To be fair, if
So
the bugbears were in a camp that was central and there was a path past them, they still would have attacked.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that's fair too. But like, I guess my mental image was we were gonna go past these. At the time, I didn't know bugbears, and that we were just gonna go like make a camp on the other side of them, our own camp.
Yeah, no, I got that was the intention. The
Okay.
thing is, the bugbears would
Yeah.
have attacked if you got close enough to do
And
anything
I
at
guess
all.
fair enough.
They were like aggro.
They're trigger happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're aggro people.
Also,
Yeah,
And that's fair too.
either way, we said we were going to check out every camp no matter what.
Yes.
So,
you were
like-
right on.
I guess.
I mean, we did.
Yeah, yeah. The only way you would have not triggered the bugbears is if you would have saw, oh, there's people in robes here. Let's go. We're gone, and turned right around. So, if you would have tried to interact with them or otherwise jeopardize their quote unquote cover, they'd have been like 0 to 100, murder, die. They know too much.
Yeah,
We weren't even asking questions. They know too much.
they were not very smart.
No, no,
higher
no,
hands.
they are definitely not smart. Like that they weren't clever. They were
Alrighty, I'm
just-
following their lead.
All right. So you go through Saruki's camp, and the druids are finally get some shut eye. And fortunately, with the way that it's laid out, you can actually just avoid going through where the bear pair is sleeping. And they notice that you're approaching, and then see you turn off, and they shrug in disinterest. And as the path goes down, the elk hippies are still dancing on into the night.
I'm gonna wave at them.
Hey, dude, what's up?
Not much. You having fun?
Oh, you bet, man. You bet.
Can she kind of grab their little scone tray and just offer it to them and say whatever the druidic word for snack is? Or treat?
As you say the druidic word for snacks, they go. The man just immediately replies without even thinking. Oh, I've got the munchies, thank you, and responds in druidic.
She
You're so
smiles.
awesome.
You're most welcome. These are awesome. They're from Red Larch. If you ever are going by, definitely check out the bakery.
Oh, I love Red Larch. The bakery, nice.
Can I
Can
What
I-
are the others?
can I insight check to see if he's just kind of like talking out of his ass, or if he is actually talking about how he's been to Red Larch before?
You
And
can't
can I roll
understand what
guidance
he's
on that?
saying.
That's
Or
true.
can I
Oh,
cast
fair.
guidance?
Fair. I thought that
Yeah,
it swapped back into common. That's on me.
the only words you understand out of the whole thing are no. You don't even understand red large because he's using the Druidic words for red and large. So
Ooh.
yeah, you don't understand a word of it. You can do an insight check though without disadvantage, uh, to see whether his emotions are genuine.
Can I cast guidance on him doing that?
You can. And
Yeah.
as you're doing that, he actually hang on while you're
Oh,
doing
wait.
that.
I was like, you
'Cause-
don't need to do that. I
I
was
didn't
just
think
gonna
of
like
that.
check. Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
So just roll it once,
Yeah, just roll it once.
and it's insight.
Yep.
Well, that's actually really nice. Let me see.
Can I roll my own insight to also see like if he's really impaired, like drunk or high?
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Okay, because I feel like if someone actually is impaired, they wouldn't be good hired hands.
My roll was
Watch me
a
go.
19.
Are you still casting guidance, by the way?
No, I'm not going to. I
All right.
forgot about that it could actually be seen, and that is weird.
Okay. So Wick, yeah, they seem genuinely enthusiastic.
Okay, cool.
You could tell one, he's really enjoying the bread, and two, he seemed like you get this like when you get that room where you have two people and then one of them lets slip something in their mother tongue and then the other one gets excited just to be speaking in the mother tongue. Even if you're not understanding what's going on, you can tell that they're just excited to talk to each other. You're getting that vibe. He is legitimately excited. Like he's just happy to have found a friend who speaks the language.
Gotcha.
Aw.
And I got a 16.
Same thing. Yeah,
Okay.
you're like, yeah, he's legit.
He's a couple sheets to the wind.
Yeah, and he calls back to the others. He says, "Hey, it's one of us. She speaks the tongue." and you hear them going, "Oh, nice, cool. Hey, where'd you learn it? What's your circle?" They're
Small talk.
yeah, they're making small talk, totally in Druidic, and your compatriots and Saruki just no fracking clue what's being said.
Now these guys were Circle of the Scarlet Moon, though.
They never claimed to be no.
No, they
Really?
asked what our circle
Okay.
was, and he said, "Oh, we just picked elk."
Oh, that's right. That's right. I think I just wrote. Oh, Circle of White Elk. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I also had Circle of Scarlet Moon under that, but I think I was just writing that down because they mentioned it.
Yeah, the Circle of Scarlet Moon are
elk
the.
still there?
Pardon?
Are there elky elk still there?
Yep.
Yay. I'm just mostly curious because I think they're fun.
I just demand continuity.
I just like elk. That's stupid. Oh, we're
not.
stupid.
It's not stupid. It's adorable, but also it's stupid. I love it. I'm just checking up on the elk. Are they
Just
okay?
checking
Yeah,
up
they're
on the
sleeping.
elk.
They're sleeping.
They're
Excellent.
sleeping.
The world is great.
Oh, okay, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Okay,
if
so
you
Glenn just kind of like makes a little small talk with them and like does that sort of like, this might be really unique to me, but like when you're at like a beer tent, you do that like, hey, well, I'm gonna keep moving sort of thing, like where you're trying to like
break off the
loiter in another
conversation.
direction lightly,
Yeah. Pardon?
and then kind of explains to the group, they all spoke Druidic. I don't think anyone here is lying, or they're really, really good at it because they also seem to be a little drunk.
Make me a religion check, please.
No,
Glencora only. Nope, just Glencora.
what's my thing on religion? One, that's stupid.
You can make it with advantage. Roll that again.
I'm comfortable with my 17, but I'll roll another one.
Oh, I got 17? All right, good.
18.
Good enough. Yeah, the thing with Druidic is One thing is certain amongst the druid circles, and it is universal, and you know this. Teaching outsiders druidic, those not in the tradition, is punishable by death. No one teaches non-druids druidic.
Okay. So I just
If
kind
they're-
of relay to this group and back to the group and say, I think we're safe to assume these guys are who they say they are. What about you?
I got a chill vibe from them.
I trust him.
And maybe they'll drum up some business for your friend.
I hope so. That dude's cool. Makes a mean scone.
I know you like him. Shall we head off to the next?
Sure,
fire?
let's try and like not wake up the bears.
You scared of bears?
Well, we're gonna go up the
He
hill
looks
to
genuinely
the
confused. by that.
No, the bears, not the wine. The bears.
human people. We're going up to the wine people. We won't pass the bears.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try and be quiet as we go that way anyway.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You approach the pair that are sitting at the circle, and one of them smiles and hand comes up. Ah, welcome back. How are you?
Is this the wine people?
Yeah, the wine
Okay.
pair. Yeah.
Okay. Glenn kind of smiles and says, "Good. Are you having a nice evening?"
And druidic
Sure.
or common. Atlas is just eyeing the chain on the bear and still contemplating letting it go free.
You talk, and one of them says, oh, I apologize. I don't understand Elvish.
She tries not to let her face betray her that she notices, like that she's like, "Oh dang, they don't know," because she's a little excited, and sort of like nods to the group and then reverts back to common. "Are you having a nice night? Sorry about that. Sometimes I speak Elvish without thinking."
She does it all
That's
the
it.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, understandable. Elvish is a common tongue amongst us. We just haven't been immersed, I guess. No, it's not so bad. The wine is flowing, as they say.
Well, it's all you can hope for.
Make me a deception check, please.
Deception.
Yeah.
Let's see. 19.
19. Okay. Yeah, you keep a poker face.
Yay.
Atlas is inching towards the bear.
The bear starts to stir a bit as you get closer to the bear. You're about 20 feet away, and it starts to get up, and it's watching you, and it you can kind of tell from its body language that it's preparing for hostility.
Glenn kind of is keeping an eye on that because she doesn't feel great about what could happen.
Can I ask a question? Like out of character. Um, so they're the people with the wine. Is the wine situated to in a way that if they got up to get some, would they be facing the bear or facing away from the bear?
The wine is nowhere near the bear, so they would be facing away from the bear.
Okay, so can I kind of distract them to give um Atlas maybe advantage on whatever the fuck Atlas is about to do by asking them to get me some wine? And like pulling
Roll
out.
deception.
Okay.
This is reckless.
Well, I'm trying. I don't know if it's a good idea. But I also do. I will pull out a tankard if that helps at all. I don't think it does, but my deception is not good, you guys. I just need you to know that right now. I'm very scared of this. Okay. That's bad. That's a 7.
They look at you and they're like, "You can go grab some yourself. We don't mind. There's a spigot right there. Use that one. It's already been tapped."
Okay, just didn't want to like barge into your camp and make you feel weird. I'm gonna go over and like pour some of the wine.
Yep.
Because I mean, they did offer it earlier. That's me out of character. They did offer it.
Yep. Yeah, they're not like weirded out by you asking for wine. They're just, you can go get it.
I've
We don't
met
mind.
I've met people that would be like, you know, we offer it, but we have to give it to you. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And there you get kind of the sense that they just don't want to get up. They're like, no, you go get it. Help yourself.
maybe
Not your dad.
maybe this will be also like a distraction. I don't know. I'm fucking reaching.
This it could be a good distraction, but for some reason they're just not paying enough attention to you to pay attention to you. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of character,
Yeah.
is the chain something that a missile strike would be able to would break?
Keeping in mind that might really upset a bear.
Yeah.
True.
And also,
Okay.
it isn't exactly stealthy.
No, he was looking for more. Alice is thinking the fastest way to free the bear,
I mean, fair.
You
rather
could,
than
though. Magic missile could be used to break the chain, though it may not be guaranteed to work
Sure.
because you don't know how tough the chain is.
Just leave it
True.
alone. It's a bear. Leave it alone.
Leave Bertney alone. I'm not even slightly regretful for that.
Oh, you broke Larl.
Amazing. I'm refocused.
know how I want to try to free the bear.
Oh, you're gonna get us killed.
Or we could get ourselves a friendly bear.
I highly
Add the
doubt
bear
that.
to the team.
I highly doubt that, but okay.
How do you think Clippy Cloppy would feel about a bear?
Not great.
They'd be best friends. What are you talking about?
This ain't Disney, baby.
Alright, so Atlas just looks at the bear and then lets out a sigh and decides
I just don't see
wave
this
the bear.
going well anyway, either way. Unless you have really good animal handling and want to try test it while we continue to distract.
Distract
I mean,
in
Atlas,
can go
when
over there and-
Glencora kind of nods to them and kind of signals that they obviously don't know Druidic, Atlas
Yeah.
sighs and just turns away from the bear, lets him, tries to signal by moving away that he's not threatening the bear, and eyes the wine and just says, doesn't trust that it's not like the most
Gotcha.
mysterious.
I'm not drinking it, I'm just holding it.
Cool.
Did we ask last time where they got it from? I don't remember.
They said they got it from the front, up at the top, right?
can't remember.
Okay.
I think I wrote it down.
Let me see. Did I write it down? Let me see. Hang on. Told sea cult wine. No, we just saw that. I don't know. I didn't write it down.
Because
I didn't either.
different campaign entirely and not where my notes need to be.
Well, in case I didn't, I guess August, or in case we didn't ask, and hope this isn't redundancy if we did, but August is gonna kind of look over, walk over to where Wick is with the wine and be like, "Oh man, this is like my favorite brand. Where'd you get it?"
Roll me investigation.
Oh, they didn't
Actually,
say
no,
anything.
persuasion. Roll
Okay.
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
No. Hang on. I don't think my persuasion is that good. Sorry, it's a -1. It's a 2.
Oh, right. Okay.
One of them just shrugs his shoulders and says, I don't know, the wine guy?
Okay, fair. I tried.
How'd you hear about this festival?
Well, you know, we heard through the grapevine, you know.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess.
The wine grapevine.
Well, no, the Druid music jam grapevine.
I've never heard about that. Love to subscribe. That sounds like so much fun.
Subscribe!
You gotta be in certain not every circle is in on the music grind. We heard of the one circle. What was it? The Ashbringers. You know, cool name, but you know they just wanted to burn down any sort of gathering above 3 people, and that's just not cool.
She laughs and's like, "Yep, that's how some people can be."
I'm sorry, I was
Yeah.
distracted. What did you just say about burning down something?
He's making up druid circles.
Oh.
He's just inventing druid. He's making shit up.
He's making shit up.
Glenn kind of nods, trying her best to look very interested, and she kind of points, or she pulls out her lyre and says, "Well, I really love music. Can the Circle of the Land join? What circle are you in?"
We're actually in the circle of the Scarlet Moon.
Oh, cool.
So we're local.
So you've been to a few of these before?
Oh yeah, we try never to miss one.
Nice. Well, we're very excited to be here, that's for sure. We're just making our rounds.
Nice.
Seeing what all there is
Nice.
to see.
Yeah, they're these things are very lit. Which bonfire did you end up? Did you end up finding one that you could rest at? Which one did you? Where did you end up?
We
camping?
made one. Yeah, we just made one down the path.
Which path?
They're not labeled or nothing, but the longer one to the right.
Oh, past Tweedledee and Tweedledum there
Yeah.
to the right, and then
Yep. Past the zooted people.
I gotcha. All right. Cool. If you want more wine, we could probably have one of our guys bring you some.
That's okay. Don't want to get too,
I think we want to have one drink per fire just so we can make sure we see everyone and don't miss anything.
Yeah.
You know, I've done for drinks or for fires.
For fires.
Bigger the better.
Which one's the biggest? The one at the top?
They just look at the giant burning wicker statue. Yeah.
Oops.
I mean,
It's not,
that was
probably.
awkwardly.
yeah, it's not like we're running like a secret, like even bigger fire that we're hiding around the tower there. That would be Actually, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
A little
Mhm.
bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna put that in the suggestion box.
Glad to help.
Have bigger secret fire for VIPs only.
Well, thanks for chatting to us. We might go check out some other bonfires.
Sounds good.
Bop. And she kind of like looks at the other ones and like, we should chat, sort of face.
Yep, I'm just gonna keep walking.
Back down the hill.
Trying to stop in between the two camps.
So is Saruki with us?
Yep.
Okay, can I pass him the wine and be like, can you figure out what this is? If it's poison or not? Or
That's an excellent question.
some kind of spiked.
That is an excellent question, and I will check if he has any sort of ability to do that, and he does not. Says, I don't know. That's not my bailiwick.
Could I use my very meager medicine check to see if I
Or
think it
can I
smells?
use my herbalism kit?
You could make a herbalism kit check. It would be intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
If you want to go first, you can. I just kind of thought about that. Sorry.
It wouldn't be a medicine check. No, it would.
Oh,
It would be either a herbalism kit proficiency check or a alchemy proficiency check.
I don't have those two things. It would be on you.
You got me excited and gave me an idea. Thank you.
If if there is a way to help you to give you advantage in any way, let me know, because I will.
Yeah, because you don't have proficiency in the kit. There's not really a lot you can do to help.
Fair.
So I roll my d20 and then plus intelligence. That's plus 1, then plus 2 for proficiency, so it'd be plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. 17, 20.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
20. Great. So, you study the wine. No, it's not poisoned or otherwise tampered with. You do a couple tests. You have a couple herbs that can be used to, detect acidity and that sort of thing. And yeah, you're like, no, this is just wine. Oh wait, is that an impurity? No, that's a clove. This is mulled wine. So
Mulled wine?
It's
yeah,
like
sometimes
wine, like brewed with spices, and it's often
Oh.
warm.
yeah, it's
Delightful
quite
at
good actually.
mealtime.
Yeah, mulled wine is good. Like,
A little bit sweet, a little bit spicy.
yeah,
I drink that.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe she does now. That's not
So
responsible.
it doesn't seem like poisoned.
No.
As far as we
seems
can
like
tell.
normal wine.
It's not poisoned or roofied.
Nope.
Not as far as I can tell.
Well, now that Glencora is sipping it, nope.
Oh, you want it, you can have it.
I
I'm not.
wasn't going to.
I'm not drinking it.
I mean, someone had to be brave enough, I guess. Go Glencora.
I didn't actually mean to, but that's okay. We'll go with that. So, and just in case she didn't make it clear to the rest of them, she says, so they're definitely lying about being druids. They don't speak druidic. They didn't even recognize it. And they were literally inventing circles. So
Kinda
there's
caught
no
on to
way
that.
that's who they say they're going to be, or they are.
Yeah.
Also,
Noted.
didn't they say when we first met up with them that they were Circle of the Bear because they had a bear?
I think so.
And then they called them, then they were like, oh, but we're part of the Circle of the Scarlet Moon.
Let me check if I wrote that down.
I didn't write that down, but I think I feel like that seems familiar. Like they were just like, got a bear. I'll be
They're
right
your
back, guys.
mascot, guys.
Hmm?
The bear's our mascot.
We're not close. We're not close enough for them to hear us. You know that.
No. Just the bear's the mascot, guys. He's part of the druid dodgeball team.
I didn't write anything down.
I wrote something down, but not something that would be useful. Should we take a break?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop the recording in 3, 2,